so much for having this hearing this morning. It is still morning. My name is Bill Snape, Senior Counsel with the Center for Biological Diversity. I'm also a professor at American University's Washington College of Law. The center was a party in Massachusetts versus EPA, which is a case very much relevant here this morning, and has commented extensively on EPA's greenhouse gas regulations for over the past decade. I want to thank Vera Pardee from the Center's Climate Law Institute and her help with preparing these oral remarks. I have four reasons why the standards should not be reopened, and indeed if they're reopened, they should be strengthened. The four reasons are: first, there is a real and severe environmental necessity to keep our automobile and vehicle standards strong and to decrease greenhouse gas emissions. It's been said already this morning, but it bears repeating. The horrors of Irma, Sandy, Katrina, Harvey, and the list goes on and on, are real, and they cost money and they cost lives, and they are exacerbated by climate change and global warming. The longer we wait, the longer it will cost. The 2012 EPA record on these standards from 2017 to 2025 were exhaustive. The records were, no stone was left unturned when EPA created those standards in 2012, and the 2016-17 review was similarly robust. Indeed, if EPA is going to open these standards, and we don't think that they should be strengthened, not weakened. Another reality related to environmental impacts, but very much related to human health, are the human health impacts of reducing greenhouse gases from our automobile sector. When we do reduce greenhouse gases from our transportation sector, we also reduce damaging lower level ozone pollution and other short-term exacerbants to human health, severe asthma, lung, and heart deficiencies that occur because of this pollution. The third reason why we should be strengthening and not weakening these standards is the law itself. The Clean Air Act is still the law of the land. Compliance costs with this rule have only gone down since this rule was promulgated, and the social cost of carbon has gone up. The Clean Air Act mandates that we clean up these emissions, and in fact, when EPA does do these types of regulatory proposals, the benefits always outweigh the costs. And lastly, the economic considerations. It's implicit in what I'm talking about here this morning, but for those that remember that old Midas commercial from the 70s and 80s, you can pay us now or you can pay us later. Report after report, being led by the Lord Stern report and reports after that, have shown that if we start attacking greenhouse gases now in the way that I believe this rule did, that we have a better chance of not only solving the problem, but solving the problem most cost efficiently. Remember, this is an industry, the auto industry, that was bailed out by the American taxpayer to the tune of $80 billion. They can do better, they must do better, and in fact, one way to think about this hearing this morning is we must help the auto industry help itself. Now, for those of you that are getting a little tired of this blah, 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 and I know, especially with respect to the panel, you've heard some similar comments over and over this morning, and I think they've been strong comments. I've simplified my remarks here in a very easy graph. I know I'm not really an artistry person, but we want carbon and greenhouse gas emissions to go down. We want wind and solar and other green renewable energies to go up. We want batteries and plug-in technologies for our cars. We are, as the General said earlier this morning, undergoing a technological revolution. We want more of that. If we do that, economic growth will go up. No one that I know of on the last line here wants dirty cars. Dirty cars are a thing of the past. We can and must do better. Thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you. We'll be submitting that chart for the record.
Absolutely.
Ms. Solomon.